Beating the market is easy. Okay, I know what you're thinking. That sounds completely nuts, right? But stick with me, because that's the core idea we're going to unpack today.
And a statement like that brings up this huge question. We all have that picture in our heads, right? The slick Wall Street genius from the movies. Is that what it really takes to win this game?
So that's where we're going to start, with what I'm calling the market genius myth. It's an image we all know, and let's be honest, it's super appealing.
Yeah, this is the dream, isn't it? You can almost picture it. Hunched over 6 different screens, mainlining coffee, making these lightning-fast decisions off of charts that look like a spider web. The whole goal is to outsmart Wall Street, to pull off those massive, high-risk plays that you hear stories about. It looks like this crazy, all-consuming job.
But what if that entire picture, that frantic, high-stakes image, is just flat out wrong? What if trying to be that genius is actually playing a totally different game? A much, much dumber one. That brings us to our next point, a spin it roulette.
Okay, so let's put these side by side. In one corner, you've got the genius day trader, supposedly predicting the future, juggling all this high-stress complexity, working this insane job. And in the other corner, a roulette table, a game of nothing but pure blind luck. A simple bet, a single spin of the wheel. And the source material for this explainer basically says, these two things, they're way, way more alike than we want to believe.
And this right here, this is the absolute heart of the argument. All that frantic buying and selling, trying to time the market down to the second, it's not a game of skill. It's just a gamble. Sure, you might get lucky. You might hit your number once or twice, but in the long run, the house, the market itself, it always wins. The big takeaway here is that we've been trying to win a game that's rigged against us from the start.
Okay, so if day trading is the wrong game, what's the right one? Well, this is where it gets good. This is what the source calls the ultimate cheat code for investing. You might have heard it called passive investing. And here it is, the big secret weapon. It's called a total market index fund. And the concept is almost laughably simple. Instead of trying to find that one needle in the haystack, that one winning stock, you just buy the whole haystack. You get a tiny piece of every single stock in the market, all in one go. You're not betting on a single horse to win, you're betting on the whole race.
Now, to make this real, the source gives a specific example. VTI, that's the ticker symbol, the code, for the Vanguard Total Stock Market Index Fund. Now look, this isn't financial advice or a recommendation, but it's a perfect example of how this big idea becomes a real thing you can actually go out and own.
All right, I get it. This probably sounds way too easy, right? Like there has to be a catch. That brings us to our next section, which gets into why this totally counterintuitive idea actually works. How to win by waiting.
This is the huge mental shift you have to make. You stop trying to outsmart the market. You just own the market. You accept whatever return the entire market gives you. And why does this crush it? Well, 2 big reasons. First, you're spread across everything. So if one company goes belly up, who cares? It barely affects you. And second, the fees are rock bottom low compared to all that frantic trading, which means more of your money stays in your pocket working for you.
So what does this so-called optimal strategy look like in practice? You ready for this? Step 1, buy the total market index. Step 2, wait. And step 3, nope, that's it. I'm serious, that's the whole plan. All that stress, all those charts, all that anxiety, it's all replaced by this incredibly simple, almost boring strategy. And boring is good.
So what this really does is force us to completely change our definition of winning when it comes to investing. And that's what we'll talk about in our final section, redefining the win. Just look at the difference here. The old way, the day trader myth, that's all about the thrill of the chase, right? It's about that adrenaline rush and having a cool story to tell at a party. But the new goal, it's completely different. It's about having this quiet confidence in your plan. It's trading that shot of adrenaline for steady, long-term growth. It's not about bragging rights. It's about being able to sleep at night. It's about real financial peace of mind.
Which leaves us with this one last question to chew on. We started by asking if it takes a genius to beat the market. But maybe, just maybe, the smartest person in the room is the one who's smart enough to know they aren't a genius. The one who stops playing roulette and just decides to own the whole casino instead.